Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hey everyone, today I'm going to tell you about anti-vaccine debate. As you go about your day, you have probably heard other people talk about vaccines, or maybe you've been in the conversation like that because the vaccine debate is currently prominent topic of discussion. Since the late 17th, when the first vaccine was invented and used by Edward Jenner, there have been many pro-vaccine advocates. However, anti-vaccine campaigners also relied creating the ever-present vaccine debate. It is because the anti-vaccine movement goes as far back as the 18th century, when Reverend Edmund Massey of England considered vaccines as diabolical operations in his 1722 sermon. In his sermon, Reverend Edmund described vaccine as an attempt of oppose God's punishments upon men for his sins, not only in our modern times but throughout the history. Pro-vaccine advocates have clashed with anti-vaccine advocates, constantly coming up with the new reasons to love or hate vaccines. In Indonesia, the government continues to push COVID-19 vaccination achievements along with the emergence of a new variant of the coronavirus, Omicron. However, the acceleration of the vaccination program is hampered by a number of things, including the anti-vaccine movement. Even though COVID-19 pandemic has been running for almost 2 years, the anti-vaccine movement is still on the rise, not only in Indonesia but also in other countries. According to detik.com, the percentage of Indonesian people who believe that COVID-19 can prevent through vaccines is 67%. Meanwhile, another 33% are still unsure and even refuse. This was conveyed by the Indonesian Ministry of Health COVID-19 vaccination spokesperson Siti Nadia Tarmizi in an online seminar penerimaan vaksin dan imunisasi di 4 wilayah di Indonesia, which was held in collaboration with Pajajaran University and the Indonesia Ministry of Health. Nadia explained that the percentage figure was obtained from the result of a survey conducted by the Indonesian Ministry of Health's Balitbangkes April to May 2021. From the survey results, almost 99% of respondents already knew information about COVID-19. However, around 7.6% of respondents still refused the vaccine. Reported on the UNPAD page, if determined from the level education, the highest percentage of people who refused vaccination came from the respondent with higher education level, which is D4 and S1 groups and above. The percentage figure 18.6% greater than the group with a lower level of education. Is this due to reading too many hoaxes so that it increased uncertainty about vaccines or what? Said Nadia. Even though the percentage that adopts the vaccine is still high, the government continues to work to accelerate the COVID-19 vaccination program. The government is targeting 2 until 3 million vaccination in one day, even though currently it is constrained by the emergency PPKM policy due to the escalation of COVID-19. The director of P2PML of Indonesian Ministry of Health said that currently Indonesia has received 99.2 million doses of the vaccines. Of this amount, 57 million doses have been injected and distributed to several nations. The anti-vaccine movement has always existed. I feel this is becoming a bigger controversy because the internet and the social media. People have always been afraid of vaccines because of the myth that vaccines cause death and serious side effects. Vaccine hesitancy includes people's distrust of vaccinations. This means the population is taking a step back in eliminating preventable diseases. In some places, vaccine hesitancy has the power to hinder the progress we are making in controlling vaccine-preventable diseases. This vaccine was created to prevent certain disease. The risk of this disease can increase when people don't get vaccinated. Making vaccination mandatory for everyone will help minimize outbreaks of vaccine-preventable diseases by protecting yourself and others from getting them. We have seen outbreaks of measles in the United States because of low vaccination. Mandatory vaccination will prevent this from happening further. Vaccines currently prevent 2 until 3 million deaths a year, and 1.5 million could be avoided if more people get vaccine. Vaccines not only protect you, they protect those who around you, such as those who don't meet the age requirement for certain vaccines or people who are immunosuppressed whose immune system can handle the vaccines themselves. Thank you so much for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.